Now we'll take a look at domestic and club news. And a major development for the sport, the Premiership Women's Rugby, PWR, has signed a landmark 4-year broadcast deal with Limitless. The partnership will provide live coverage of every single PWR match with 1 game a week on TNT Sports, another on BBC iPlayer, and the rest streamed on the PWR YouTube channel. This deal aims to boost visibility and create new opportunities for female commentators and production staff. In the Welsh Premiership, the league standings got a shakeup after some huge wins in round 4. With 4 teams now tied on points, the top of the table is a very tight race. In round 2 of the BC Premier League, 2 teams got off to a hot start. Meraloma defeated the Castaway Wanderers 41-7, and Burnaby Lake beat Seattle 36-10. Both teams earned bonus points and now sit tied at the top of the table. The French AXA Elite 1 League kicked off its new season with an eventful opening weekend. ASA Romagna had a dominant 49-7 win over Villanova. This leaves ASM Romagna in first place with Blagnac and Toulouse close behind. In Scotland's Arnold Clark Premiership, the top 4 teams are set for the next stage of the competition after the final round. Stirling County remains the team to beat after a decisive 88-11 win, while a nail-biting 25-24 victory for Corstorphine over Hillhead Jordan Hill secured their spot. In a dramatic round 2 of the Nan Fung Group AIRSIDE Premiership, Societe Generale Valley had a historic 100-0 victory over Kowloon, keeping their perfect record intact. Meanwhile, Natixis Ice also remained undefeated after a 22-7 win over Gaiwu Falcons. With these results, both Societe Generale Valley and Natixis Ice are now tied at the top of the table. In the latest USA Club League shakeup, several teams are on top of their divisions. We'll start with the Gulf Coast region. Frontier is not an official table in RX, but due to a demand from the people, we've provided a manual calculation, and Black Ice leads. In D2, Carolina's Augusta overtook Savannah for 3rd in the West, and in the East, Fear the Maniacs went from 3rd to 1st, and Eno River went from 5th to 4th, while Southern Pine Celts from last to 5th. In D3 Gulf Coast True South, Chattanooga took over first place in the North, and Battleship leads in the South. Now for the Atlantic, D1, Nova continued to lead while Boston dropped from 4th to 7th. In D2 Capital, James River took over first place. EPRU, Phoenixville made moves, and they're in first place now. D3 Nerfu, North Shore leads, but Amaskeg, help us with that pronunciation, moved from 4th to 2nd. In Empire, Union leaped into first place. Village Lions went from 4th to 2nd. Capital, in the Central, Frederick overtook Baltimore for 1st, and in the South, Roanoke remains in first place. EPRU, York and Lancaster made moves again this week, moving from 3rd to 1st, and Philly went from 4th to 2nd. In the Northern region, D1 Midwest Premiership, and in D2, we continue to struggle with these rankings in RX. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not, so we're doing our best, and we are working with your reps to make sure we've got this right. In the Midwest Premiership Eastern, Pittsburgh Forge continues to lead. In Western, Metropolis Valkyries lead. And then we'll hop to D2 Midwest. In the Eastern, Cleveland Iron Maidens. Western, Milwaukee Scylla. Northern, Rochester Renegades are on top. And then in the Central League, Fort Wayne continues to lead there. Rocky Mountain, we know they're playing, but again, there's nothing in RX. We've done our own calculation. We believe that Salt Lake City Slugs lead, but there are 3 teams that have 15 points. In Mid-America, St. Louis Sabres are in first. In the Pacific region, play hasn't started yet. Some will start in the fall, but most of it will start in the spring, so we won't have updates for a bit on those teams. And finally, over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing a comprehensive look at all of the major domestic women's rugby competitions around the world. If you listen to WRR or watch it, you'll already know this information, but we want to make sure that all of our new fans know what rugby is happening, because there's lots. These are the leagues where you'll find your favorite World Cup stars are heading back to play.